sew that up. You can see we did sew it up here. Obviously didn't use a sewing machine, but yeah. So what is good, y'all? Serial Films here, and today we're back at it from the video. Before we get into this video, firearms are clear. You saw the chamber of that, nothing in there. There's no magazine in it either. That chamber is also clear, also has no magazine in it either. So both of these firearms are clear and we are in a controlled environment. So something I've been seeing a lot, and I posted a video actually saying that I prefer to carry this over my 19, and a lot of people kind of were, some people would agree with it, but a lot of people were actually disagreeing and still stating that they still carry the traditional Glock 19. So I'm gonna show you guys why. I'm not trying to convince you as to why you should switch, but I'm gonna go ahead and tell you guys why I decided to switch and some of those things that I used to take into consideration as well before switching, like only being able to have 10 round magazines and stuff of that nature. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. Before we do get started talking on the guns, I just want to say shout out to Core Essentials. This is their 1.5 inch EDC belt, and I use it to carry everywhere I go. It is amazing. It has changed my everyday carry experience tremendously, even my range experience with their Molly battle belt. Go ahead and check them out and use code SerialFilms10. Get yourself a 10% discount. This is my Glock 19 Gen 4. And I used to carry just like that with stock sights. I know, a menace, you know, but we all learn. Finally realized I needed something with a light or night sights as well. But so as you can see down here, we got the Tyrant CNC flared mag well. We got a custom stippling and Cerakote job. We got black multicam on the slide. We do have some index point texturing and a undercut down here. A holosun PID that adds tremendous amount of weight to this gun, and of course the Radiant Ramjet afterburner combo at the top. One of the things that made this gun not too comfortable for me for EDCing was, as I was doing some of these mods, like when I started adding the magwell, I know it doesn't seem like much, but when you start adding these things like the comp, the magwell, the light on there, it starts to add a lot of weight on there. And the core belt is extremely strong. The core belt can hold this up no problems, except that I feel it on there every day. It just, you know, feels kind of heavy on there, it kind of sags on you. So let me go ahead and show you guys my 43X and how it is built for EDC. So my 43X, it took me a long while to get here. It's gone through multiple stages of how I've had it looking, but this is, I believe, the final stage. There's nothing really to add for me no more, and adding anything else would just make it look cheesy. So this build is pretty much mostly Tyrant. As you can see, we have the Tyrant flare magwell. And if you're switching over from the Glock 19 to the 43X, I know a lot of people do say that it has similar grip size. If you want an absolute almost direct comparison, go ahead and get this. I think this is necessary for any 43X to help you get a better grip on there and help you get better aim. I feel like it helps you with your aim. So I got that. Got the extended mag release by Tyrant. I didn't decide to go with the shield arms because I think I'm going to wait until I can get PSA's 15 round mags a try before, because I heard that you could use those with plastic mag catches. I do got an Invoke slide release up here, Tyrant ITTS trigger shoe, a Streamlight TLR6, and all that is paired with some AmeriGlow night sights. These things have been great. They have a perfect brightness and they're just amazing. At first it was a little bit hard to be able to acquire the sights whenever I was first training with this, but now it's almost instant that I can acquire these sights. Build breakdown of both of my builds. As you can see, I have spent time and money on both of these builds in general. So I mean, I think my G19 is a perfect like battle pistol. It's gonna always work, and that Radiant Ramjet, that whole combo makes that gun a beast. The grips are about the same length. I think the G19's grip is a lot wider, but after carrying these for extensive amounts of times, I have found that the G43X is a lot better. So they both have some pros and cons to them, but I'm going to go ahead and speak about the G43X's cons. So the biggest con that I can say, I would agree that the 43X is better than the G19 9 times out of 10 every day if they had the same capacity. So that is somebody's concern. For me, it's not too much of a concern because I just carry the 10+1 flush magazine, and then I carry a second magazine on me. The second con is that I wish that even the non-MOS 43Xs came with rails, because they kind of limited to us to our light options. And the Streamlight TLR6 is, I like the Streamlight TLR6, but it is not the greatest, honestly. I'm waiting for the TLR6 HL to come out. This is what I think. Shooting a Glock 19 is a lot easier than learning how to shoot a Glock 43X. So I had already been shooting for a couple of months whenever I actually picked up this Glock 43X, and I absolutely sucked with it. It took me a decent amount of range visits, you know, focus to actually get good with it. So if you're just gonna pick this up and never actually train with it, I suggest you carry a G19. But if you're gonna take the time to learn your firearm and ensure that you're good with it, and not just pick this up and 2-3 months later you're gonna sell it because it's too snappy or whatever. The gun's gonna be snappy. Just make sure you go on the internet and look up different types of people's techniques and try out and see what works for you. That's what I did. So as far as carrying the G43X firearm with me when I'm out and about, pretty much every day, every morning that I'm out and about, you know, running chores, errands, the firearm is with me. So sometimes I even forget that I have this G43X with me. That's how comfortable it is with that holster and core essentials belt combo. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. The G19 is definitely still a great EDC option. I'm honestly gonna just say F it, and I'm gonna order a holster and just throw this back into my rotation because this has been good to me even before I even threw the ramjet or anything on there. I don't know if I'll ever put night sights on it because I know it'll make a lot of you guys upset that I pretty much touched everything else on the gun except the sights. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Like, subscribe, and peace.